Montreal Canadiens legend Ken Dryden dies at 78 after battle with cancer. Cause of death and final words revealed. The hockey world is mourning the loss of Ken Dryden, one of the most iconic goaltenders in NHL history, who has died at the age of 78 after a private but courageous battle with cancer. His family confirmed the heartbreaking news, sharing the cause of his death and revealing his final words. A reflection of the humility and perspective that defined both his career and his life. A towering presence on and off the ice. Born on August 8, 1947, in Hamilton, Ontario, Dryden rose to prominence in the early 1970s as the steady backbone of the Montreal Canadiens dynasty. Standing at 6'4", his commanding figure in the crease became a symbol of calm dominance during one of the franchise's most successful eras. His distinctive style, crouched in net, leaning on his stick during breaks in play, became an enduring image of hockey greatness. Dryden's career, though relatively short, was legendary. He played just 7 full seasons in the NHL, yet he captured 6 Stanley Cups with Montreal, a feat few in the history of the game can rival. His astonishing debut in 1971 remains one of the greatest stories in playoff history. After only 6 regular season appearances, he backstopped the Canadiens to a Stanley Cup victory and claimed the Conn Smythe Trophy as the postseason's most valuable player. Throughout his career, Dryden won 5 Vezina trophies as the league's top goaltender and was selected to multiple All-Star teams. He retired at just 31 years old, but his impact on the game was so profound that he was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1983, only 4 years after leaving the ice. Cause of death confirmed. In a statement released to the public, Dryden's family confirmed that he passed away after a lengthy battle with cancer. He had chosen to keep his illness largely private, facing it with the same quiet determination that defined his career. The statement read, "It is with deep sadness that we announce the passing of Kenneth Wayne Dryden, beloved husband, father, and grandfather. Ken fought cancer with great courage and dignity. His loss is immeasurable, but his legacy of strength, wisdom, and generosity will continue to guide us." Final words shared. The family also shared Dryden's last words, a parting reflection that speaks to the perspective of a man who lived many lives as a champion athlete, lawyer, author, politician, and teacher. His final words were, "I had a good life, and I hope I left the game and the people I loved a little better." Simple yet profound, those words capture the humility and purpose that followed him long after his playing career. Beyond the crease. Ken Dryden's influence extended far beyond hockey. After retiring, he earned a law degree from McGill University and became an acclaimed author, penning The Game, considered by many to be the greatest book ever written about hockey. His insightful writing explored not just the sport, but the psychology, culture, and humanity within it. He later entered public service, serving as a member of Parliament and even holding the role of Canada's Minister of Sport. Through every phase of his life, Dryden carried with him the values of discipline, fairness, and thoughtfulness. Tributes pour in. Following the announcement of his passing, tributes flooded in from across the hockey world and beyond. The Montreal Canadiens organization issued a heartfelt statement. Ken Dryden was more than a goaltender. He was a cornerstone of our dynasty, a leader in every sense of the word, and a man whose intelligence and integrity defined him. His contributions to the Canadiens and to the sport of hockey will never be forgotten. The NHL also honored him, calling him one of the greatest goaltenders of all time, and a man whose voice and vision extended far beyond the rink. Former teammates and players spoke of his calm confidence and leadership, noting that he made everyone around him better. Fans remembered not only his saves, but also his writings, speeches, and advocacy for the sport. A legacy that endures. Ken Dryden will be remembered as more than just a hockey legend. He was a thinker, a teacher, a statesman, and above all, a man who sought to use his gifts for the benefit of others. His extraordinary achievements on the ice, 6 Stanley Cups, 5 Vezinas, and a Hall of Fame career, are only one part of his story. His writings, his public service, and his mentorship ensured that his influence stretched far beyond the rink. For fans, players, and students alike, he stood as proof that greatness is not only about winning, but also about understanding, giving, and inspiring. conclusion, at 78, Ken Dryden leaves behind a life of triumph, humility, and service. His final words, "I had a good life, and I hope I left the game and the people I loved a little better," serve as both a farewell and a call to reflect on the values he lived by. His passing marks a profound loss for the Montreal Canadiens, the hockey world, and Canada as a whole. Yet his story, his legacy, and his example will continue to inspire for generations to come.